All right, welcome in and happy Thanksgiving from us here at Sports Nation. It's got some Turkey Day football on a Thursday morning on one of the best holidays of the entire year. We're ready to get going here in Providence. It's the East Providence Townies and the Salle Academy Rams. A historic rivalry here in Rhode Island. About to get ready and underway. Tim Duffy along with James J. Costa. Jay, we haven't been at a Turkey Day game together since last year. Here, it's been 2 years since we've been here together, but we know this rivalry gets intense. We know that this is a historic one, and East Providence and LaSalle looking at both end their season the right way with a W in the win column.
Yeah, Tim, the last time I was here at LaSalle Academy, it was a great game, Tim, the Thanksgiving game 2 years ago. It's been a tradition for us the past few years to do Thanksgiving together. And man, I haven't done a game for this network since before we rebranded. So it's spectacular to be back. I'm excited to be here for a great game, one of the best games every year, and it means a lot to have the opportunity for the network on such a great day.
Absolutely, it sure does. LaSalle and East Providence looking to take off just in a moment here on Sports Nation. Doing the opening coin toss. It looks like, I think East Providence is deferring first. Get confirmation on that in just a sec, but LaSalle coming off of a championship loss last week against Bishop Hendricken, 13-3, the final there. In a game that was all defense. And I think they're going to try to take the cork off the bottle today and let some things fly just to get some pent-out frustration out potentially.
Yeah, Tim, I think the big story for this game is going to be how the season went for LaSalle. Looking at it and obviously not being here the whole season, I did my research today, and you look at the schedule, LaSalle went 2-2 in the conference this year, which is super surprising when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. This is a team that generally doesn't lose a single game all year. So they've got a big chip on their shoulders this season, and obviously losing in the championship game doesn't make that any better. So I'm expecting them to absolutely uncork it, and we're going to see some fireworks today on this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and East Providence finished with that same overall record as well, 6-4. This team can compete. As we got the national anthem now here in Providence. All right, everybody's hyped. After that, we got a full barn here at Simony Stadium at LaSalle Academy. And, Jay, this is going to be a good game. Everyone's here. This is the prerequisite to what's going to be a day full of great entrees. This is it right here.
100%. This is what I'd like to say, that this is like the appetizer to later today. A great day for football. Obviously, we've got the Super Bowl in the backyard football game with the aunts and uncles later. Yep. But it starts here. We get the NFL slate, and then we get the at-home backyard game later. So a great day for football. And before we get into the big technical analysis of what's really going on here and the fun broadcast, I want to start with just saying, Tim, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. I'm thankful for everybody listening at home. And most and final and foremost, I'm thankful for Drake May. So it's going to be a great game today, and I'm excited to watch this one.
Giants fan, by the way, right here. Not even a Patriots fan. I'm thankful for Drake May, too, as a Pats fan, but also thankful for you, James Jay.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you for coming out here. My man Jay returning back from Seton Hall University for the Thanksgiving weekend. So, yes, East Providence deferred on the toss. Well, Salle will open this thing up with the football first.
Tim, I'm expecting a lot from Sam Perry on this opening drive once he received the kickoff. The quarterback junior had a spectacular season under center and just a spectacular runner of the football as well as a thrower, which you don't see a lot in Rhode Island.
Lights out all. Here comes the LaSalle offense led out by Sam Perry. Hey. Refocusing right there. There you go. Yep. Here's Perry on first down. Gonna give it right up the middle, and not much on the first down run. Lucky to get back to the Diaz on the carry. Kai Diaz, number 25. Junior running back. Perry's going to throw here on second down. He's got Thomas Welsh. Gets past the 6 and he picks up 11 and the first down. Welsh.
That was a great read there, Tim. A spectacular play, great wide open option. Doesn't need to get past his first read. Just that's the high-end talent that you get at LaSalle, and first read's wide open every time.
Absolutely is. Just a quick read, quick decision. Welsh, we didn't see him play all too much offense this season. He had a catch in the playoff game against Cranston West. Here's the handoff right up the gut for Diaz. And he barrels his way down to the 40.
It's a great carry there, Tim.
It's actually Aiden Wilson, the freshman. Aiden Wilson. Yeah, great carry there again. Freshman picking up 7 on the first down carry. Sorry about that. We are back. Had to fix some things on our end, but in the meantime, they had intentional grounding penalty right now on Sam Perry, which brings it back to the 42-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 17 to go. Perry on third and long, fires near side for Donald Young. Makes a strong catch, but not enough to move the chains. It's going to be fourth down.
That was a grown man reception there by Young, Tim. Just bodied the defender, had his way with him, and then at the end, the reinforcements came in, brought him down. Now we've got a punt here, and we get to see what I would say is a pretty exciting East Providence Townies offense here coming up on this next drive.
Pretty exciting is right. Here's the punt. Returning from inside the 25 and got a big hole down the sideline. Still going. Breaks a tackle. This is going to be an East Providence touchdown. 74 yards. Or did he step out of bounds, they say? Yeah, they say he stepped out at the 38 or 28. So no touchdown, but a great return there. I got number 12 who did that. He's actually not on the rosters online or that were provided here. So shout out to the young buck for making a big time play.
Yeah, Tim, that was a great return there. It really was able to get some open space. I thought that was going to be my second career kick return touchdown as an announcer.
That's going to be a fumble on the play. Ball's out. No. It was actually an end around. Instead, trick play to Jacob Duarte. Who was... A gain of 9 on the play. So Young made the tackle, and it's 2nd and 1.
You know, Tim, what really makes this offense so interesting to me is the way that they run the football. They do it primarily by committee. There was 5 rushers with over 100 yards this season for the Townies, and they really distribute it well amongst their running backs and even their wide receivers on jet sweeps and end arounds.
And Jacob Duarte, the senior, was 2nd on the team in rushing yards this season with 521. Handoff right up the middle, go to their leading rusher, Isaac Rodriguez. He gets nothing, so it's going to be 3rd down. Here is 3rd down and a yard. Duarte under center, man in motion. He's going to keep it himself, get a 1st down and more. Duarte inside the 10, and he's brought down from behind. It'll be goal to go. He hit a yard and got 11.
Yeah, Tim, a pretty textbook drawn-up play there. Looked kind of like that Jameis Winston QB sneak from last week that went 10 yards. Didn't look like he was really going for more than 1 or 2 there, and ended up getting a bunch. So a good play on him, a good vision to keep on his feet and keep pushing forward behind that line.
Great vision there. And that was a wide open gape too on the right side of that line. Duarte under center, Rodriguez the motion man, give it right up the gut. And he picks up about 3 on the play that time.
On the carry up the middle.
That was Jordan Heistand, the junior, making the play.
And you know, Tim, Duarte is one of those guys who you look at him and he's super experienced under center. He's not a lot of high school and college quarterbacks can play under center in modern football landscape. So it's always very interesting to see a guy who's comfortable doing it.
He's been under center every play on this drive. Rodriguez in motion again, play action. Duarte throws off his back foot. It's going to be incomplete. A flag is down for some contact in the end zone. And I think this is going to be against the LaSalle defense.
Yeah, Tim, to me that looked like pass interference there. We'll see what the official makes the decision on, but looked pretty cut and dry there from up here.
Yup, holding against the Rams defense puts this ball half the distance to the goal. It's going to be spotted at about the 3-yard line, maybe 4. 2nd and goal. So it's not an automatic 1st down in high school football. Said it's just stay 2nd down and goal from the 3. Heistand the back. They motion Rodriguez again. Motion the other guy here. Here is the handoff to Heistand up the middle, and he is able to claw his way down to the 2. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I think this is really 4-down territory here, Tim. There's no reason not to go for it. You're tied right now. It's the first quarter of the game. This seems like they're going to punch it up the gut twice.
Got 2 downs to get 2 yards. We've ran that same formation with, either the 2 backs, Rodriguez or Abdullah, motioning on the end of the line, and then Heistand in the backfield. Then you got Orifise as the other back. Here's the handoff up the middle, and I think Duarte is trying to keep it himself, actually. He got stopped for no gain. It's going to be 4th down. So you just said, Jay, this is 4-down territory. I mean, obviously in the Thanksgiving game, too. But here we go. Let's see what the Townies have on 4th down.
Yeah, I really think they need to change it up. They've run the same concept the entire way down the field. I'd like to see something new here for this last play here on the drive. They need to fool the LaSalle defense. LaSalle's going to run commit here. They know what the Townies want. Why not trust the arm of Duarte? Let's see what he can do in short yardage.
He's only thrown once this drive, and that was on the holding call we just saw, so it doesn't go in the books as a pass attempt. Official taking a timeout with 3:47 left here in the first quarter, and timeout has stopped now. Fourth down and goal. They need 2, maybe 1.5 yards. Duarte has Rodriguez in motion. They toss it to him. Rodriguez trying to get to the edge, and he does. Touchdown, East Providence. Just like they drew it up. And the Townies strike first. A big 4th down conversion to put them in front.
Tim, that really was a well drawn out play. The pitch went perfectly. He got the angle and made his way to the pylon before the defenders could get to him for a great drawn up touchdown on that 4th down.
Sure was. And Isaac Rodriguez with his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. Here's the extra point by Duarte, actually. He's the kicker as well as the quarterback. And the snap is muffed, and this is going to get blown up. Rodriguez could not hang on to the ball there on the hold. Gets swallowed up by a couple of Rams defenders. First one there was Derek LaFazia.
Yeah, Tim, that was a tough play to call. Looked like a botched snap that went into a botched hold there. The snap looked a little low in my semi-professional opinion, and just wasn't the exact way that the holder wanted it, and that's really where that play blew up there.
Semi-professional opinion, and Jay, that's pretty niche if you describe it like that, for sure.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't say 100% professional. Obviously, I never played football, so as a color commentator, I can't provide a professional opinion, but I can give my best shot as a ball knower.
Amen. Amen to that. East Providence coming in here looking for their 2nd consecutive win against LaSalle in this rivalry. The Rams have won 6 of the last 7, dating back to 2018.
You know, Tim, with the landscape and how live sports broadcasting has gone, I could have run away with that and made a 6-7 joke just about every
well, you just brought it up, Buckaroo.
Every broadcaster right now, but I'll leave it at that.
Ah, you're a funny guy. Cheeky guy, Jay James. James J. So Duarte going to kick off. Duarte, rather. Just want to give a quick shout out to LaSalle Academy as well for having us for all their home games this season. It's a super special team, this 2025 squad, as Young returns it down to about the 35. A solid return from Young. And sets LaSalle up in some decent starting field position right here. So let's see, will be Perry back on for LaSalle? As the quarterback, it will be. I'm sure he probably won't play the full game. But this guy is such a competitor. You think he would want to. He lines up in the gun. LaSalle lines up in the shotgun every play. Handoff up the middle. Good run for Blaze Coogan. Putting on the Jets. Coogan across the 45 and down to the 40.
Some great vision by Coogan there. Able to bounce it outside on an inside concept and breaks it free for a huge gain after some great field position initially. Now setting up Perry and the offense in a spectacular position.
Definitely. By virtue of a 26-yard run There's a whole lot of green grass there for him. Here's 1st and 10 again. De Luis, the motion man. Perry looking left, going back the other way, down the sideline, one-on-one coverage for Bearden. It's intercepted. That's going to be a flag against the DB that was covering Bearden. Against Davian Orfisi. Orfisi going to get called for PI. He was grabbed onto him pretty prematurely right there.
Yeah, you know, Tim, I think you caught that right before I did. I saw it in the air. I was trying to find it with the camera. By the time it came down, I got the camera in the right spot, but I missed the penalty. But I think that was a pretty good call there based on what I did see. And man, I mean, Perry's not afraid to let that ball fly. He really has an active arm, and you can see it right there.
Sure isn't. Sure is not, James. And it moves the ball to the 24-yard line. We've seen Perry sling that rock all season long. Here's the handoff to Coogan up the middle, and Coogan with a short gain brought down from behind. And about the 21 for a gain of 3. 2nd down.
You know, Tim, that was a hard-nosed run there by a hard-nosed running back. A great play by him, just a couple yards there, but that's really all you need to set up the play on this next down. And I'm excited to see Perry under center here. Oh, actually,
he never lines up under center. He's back in the gun. Looking right, going that way. End zone, it's a jump ball that's picked off. Didn't have a chance. Rodriguez picks it off, and he's down the sideline. He gets horse-collared at the end of the play. That's going to pick up some more yards as Brendan Raftery brought down by the horse collar, but Rodriguez with the pick, and East Providence will get the football back with a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, so Tim, right there, that's the big thing, and he's not afraid to let it fly, but that's the downside of it is we just saw an interception that was overturned and now an interception that was upheld, and that's the win-loss you get of a gunslinger like Perry. But man, when he's on, he's on. So you just got to hope that he can connect a couple times down the field later in the game.
A great point you made there. That's 2 passes in a row where Perry's been picked off. That's the one they actually counted. And just hurts the Rams. Can't turn over in the red area like that. Just on the cusp of it at the 21-yard line. But
yeah, and I think that's going to be the big thing that might hurt them in this game is if they can't convert in the red zone.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action here for Duarte. Rolling right, launches downfield. It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Moon, the senior that time. Couldn't get it to him. Second down.
I like that play, Tim. They really haven't thrown the ball a lot, but they've set the precedent early that they want to run the football and they want to run it hard. So coming out the first play of the drive with a play action pass is a spectacular way to draw it up by the East Providence coaching staff. They're looking at the way that LaSalle is run committing and they're trying to catch them off guard. Obviously wasn't able to do it there, but a good drawn up play by them, and I hope they keep doing that throughout this game.
That was the first time we've really seen them let it fly today, too. First pass attempts in the books for Duarte. They're going to give it to Rodriguez. The man got the interception there, and Rodriguez gets a good first down run. Out to the 47-yard line. Good for 11 on the play there.
Man, Rodriguez, just a big playmaker. Had a 555 yards on the season. And man, he's such a poised player. You can see the way that he looks at the field. He almost has a premonition in a way when before the hole opens in the line, he knows exactly where it's going to be, and he shoots towards it every time. So just another great play there. Just
so patient, too. On the year, according to Max Preps, averaging 11 yards per carry. Gets his average on that one. Here's 1st down. They go to high stand instead. No, it's actually a fake. They faked that so well, and Duarte all the way down to the 33-yard line of LaSalle. Fooled me, fooled everybody. He picks up 20.
And that's the double-headed monster that you get with a high-powered rushing team with a high-powered rushing quarterback to boot.
That's the second time he's faked this out like that too.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe sometimes. You see a quarterback want to run the football, but more and more that's becoming the norm in the high school and college football landscape. We see guys who want to run, who want to use their legs and their athleticism while they still have it, and why not take advantage of it? Duarte is a super athletic kid. We've seen it throughout his entire high school career, and man, just to take advantage of his legs like that and get a big game on a great scheme.
You go while they still have it. These guys aren't even close to being washed. But that ends the first quarter. East Providence with a 6-0 lead after one. They didn't have to snap it there after the long Duarte run. 6-0 after one, and Jay, it's been a good first dozen minutes of action here on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Tim, I've been really satisfied with what we've seen so far. I really like the way that East Providence is running the football. I want to see them incorporate the pass a little bit more, Tim. But when you really look and boil down to it, it's working. And if it's not broken, why fix it? If they're going to keep running the football, they need to keep doing it effectively. On the other side, LaSalle is going to keep run committing. We've seen it all throughout this drive. They just need to get a couple plays in succession. I think their defense should be A-okay. On the offensive side of the ball, you really look at Sam Perry to lead this offense. I don't know how many more snaps he's going to take. Obviously, they're saving him from next year. But I really stick by this when I say it. He is a special quarterback.
Sure
Tim.
is.
And I said this 2 years ago in his freshman year when he came in the fourth quarter. He is a special, special player. When you trust him with the football, he will do great things. You just need to stick with him and trust him throughout the rest of the time he's on the field. And then on top of that, there's a super high-end quarterback room here. Some great players, some great talent in that quarterback room. So whoever comes out after him for the rest of the game is also going to do some great things.
Duarte, the senior, last game of his high school football career, setting the tone. The handoff to Heistand on first down, nets about 2. But Jay, I mean, I got to ask you, we're on the air. We got to have some fun convos about Thanksgiving. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side, my man?
Tim, you know, my family's pretty boring. We don't do a ton of sides, but I have to go with the good old mac and cheese.
Oh.
It's a staple at every Thanksgiving. You can't have Thanksgiving without mac and cheese.
You can't.
You just can't. And man, mac and cheese might be my favorite food. I mean, I have it every day at school. I'm always grubbing on some mac and cheese. So.
Oh man, to be broken in college again.
It's not fun, but you know, that's the price I pay for higher education.
Sure is, but that's the timeout called by East Providence before this 2nd and 8. Gives us more time to yap a little bit about sides. When you say your family's boring, what makes them boring?
I think that we don't
with
usually
sides.
We don't usually switch it up, is what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the traditional Thanksgiving sides. It's mashed potatoes, it's stuffing, it's mac and cheese, and it's usually those same sides. The cranberry sauce. We don't usually switch it up. I know some of my extended family and some of my friends, they love to bring out those eccentric sides, those things that you'd only find at those houses. I had one year my friends made birria tacos for Thanksgiving, which was fire.
What tacos?
Birria tacos.
Birria?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just said it way better than me. I didn't. Actually, it is pretty non-conventional, but
no, yeah.
It's birria tacos slap. They slap.
We've got my cousin's got his roommate and one of his buddies from his fraternity over. Both of them exchange students from Mexico, bringing some Mexican cuisine to that side of the family's Thanksgiving. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
It really is fun when you bring someone to switch it up.
That's awesome, man. That's what Thanksgiving's all about, though. They switch it up here on 2nd down. Instead of Heistand, it's Rodriguez who picks up only a yard. It'll be 3rd down again. But Jay, just so you know, you didn't ask me, but I'll tell you my favorite side has got to be stuffing. Because I feel like it's either mac and cheese or stuffing. I think that stuffing is just so synonymous with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't eat it any other time of the year except for like Christmas, probably. So I haven't had stuffing in quite some time before today. So I'm excited to get that back in my mouth.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can always go back to, Tim, and I apologize. I forgot to ask myself. I was so engaged
get back to the game,
in switching it up in the game. So
here's 3rd down with Rodriguez motioning. They're going to flip it to him on the fake to Heistand, and Rodriguez got swallowed up It's a big-time loss. It's Bearden making the tackle for a loss of 5, and the third down trickery gets nothing. It hurts them. And I don't know about that play call, Jay. I think with the way that Duarte has looked on a couple times he's thrown it, I think you got to throw that on 3rd and 7. I don't know why you're doing a little toss.
Yeah, I've always been a big proponent, and this is for any level of football, all the way down to really peewee. I hate when the coach is 3rd and long or 3rd and medium, and you're throwing it behind the sticks. Why?
And for a play like that, toss, they're starting the play behind the line of scrimmage too, which I can't get behind. But timeout called by LaSalle before this 4th down and a dozen. We've seen 1 4th down today that was converted by East Providence. That was the touchdown on 4th and goal. Let's see if they got some more 4th down trickery up their sleeves.
Yeah, I really hope they do. I'd expect with the down and distance, this is going to be a pass over the line of scrimmage, which I'm pretty excited for. I love it.
You think, right? I would hope so.
I mean, I'd hope so. If they're going to do like an Oregon Ducks little dinky screenplay and try and Bo Nix this, it's not going to work, but we'll have to see where they go with it. I'd expect and hope them to throw it over the line of scrimmage a bit.
I do too. And I think that's what we're going to see as Duarte is in the shotgun for the first time today. Oh, it's going to be a punt. Pooch punt. How about that? So that is the trickery that I guess we were talking about. It doesn't go as far as they might want, but they pin him back at the 17-yard line. How about that? From Chris Duarte, or Jacob Duarte, excuse me.
That was something, Tim. You know, I would love to see just as a lover of under center play, and that's something I've been preaching recently, is letting the young guys learn how to play under center, because when you look at the next level, that's what they want. I really want to see Duarte actually throw the ball under center. That's such a big part of getting to that next level. He's a senior. I'm not sure what his plans are for college, but if he is playing in college, a big part of the game in the next level is learning how to pass the ball from under center. It's a big reason why guys in the NFL usually struggle, is because they don't know how to.
They don't do it in college, a lot of those guys. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, a fumble here. Gomez has to pick it up. Is that ball still loose? No, Gomez got back on it at the 10. It's a loss of 7 on the play, and that was not good. The offensive woes continuing from the championship game. Here's 2nd down and 16. DeLuis in motion. Barry fires. This one is caught. And getting back to the line of scrimmage that time is Givens, his first catch today. Got a little bit more as well. It'll be 3rd and 9.
A little bit high on that one from Perry, Tim, and almost sorted over his receiver's head, was able to get it to his first read. You just got to wonder where he's going to look to next. Most likely a throw here is what I'd guess on this 3rd and long.
Here's 3rd down. Haven't been great on 3rd down today. Perry over the middle. This one is caught. It's Givens with a lot of running room. Jaden Givens down the sideline. Rodriguez chasing and gets him down to 25. A monstrous gain for Jaden Givens. 57 yards.
It's a great drawn-up play there, Tim.
And what a way to convert on 3rd down.
Right over the middle. You really can't ask for more. The rack there was spectacular, and that just is what you need to get this offense going. We saw the fumble and the little bit of the struggle there, so to get it going with that pass was great.
Gomez can't get it going there, so he's wrapped up immediately that time by Joseph Sylvia for no gain. Great play. Sorry about that. We had some major technical difficulties there for a quick second. Here's 3rd and 9 for Duarte, rolling out to his left, and will take off. Not going to get there. Got about 4 or 5, but we were gone for a couple of minutes there, so our apologies. In the meantime, LaSalle had a 4th and 5. They did a run play. They only got 4 on it, and then 4 plays later, East Providence has 4th down and about 3. So they're in punt formation with Duarte. The Rams unable to get anything on the scoreboard here in the first half, with a lot of their starters playing good minutes. And that's going to be a flag on the field. Might be a delay of game.
I believe so, Tim.
It's a timeout call first by the Townies. Maybe they go for this. I mean, probably not, though.
I'd assume not, Tim, but at the same time, like, let's be real here. This Thanksgiving football, you can really do whatever you want. It's the end of the year. It's the last chance for a lot of these guys to be on a football field. It's a day where you can get away with having a little fun with the play calling. So why not go for it? You know, you're already up. You're up by 6. LaSalle's offense hasn't been able to get anything going in the red zone. We've seen them stall twice in the red zone in their past 2 drives, including an interception and a turnover on downs. Why not trust your defense?
And they've moved it well, too, for the most part. Come back out on the field. It's tough to tell because the same guy is their punter and quarterback, Jacob Duarte.
Looks like he's going to punt it away.
Looks like he's going to punt it again, yep. So that's going to leave East Providence with just 1 timeout. LaSalle has 2 remaining for this 4-minute offense coming up. Here's the kick from Duarte. Bearden from the 47. Don't leave him any open field. Antonio Bearden down the sideline and gets to the 25. And I mean, you got to think with that return from number 4, you're probably better off going for it, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's a long punt return, 28-yard return for Bearden.
Tony Bearden's a prolific punt returner, Tim. Prolific receiver as well, but his prowess in the return game is something that is hard-pressed to find in high school football, especially Rhode Island high school football. He really is one of the best in the state when it comes to returning those balls.
And it can't go understated either. Here's Perry on 1st down. Handoff up the middle. It's Blaze Coogan down to about the 18. Good run on 1st that time.
Good way to start the drive off. Get it going with some instant offense there, and a short gain to set up 2nd down here. I'd like to see another run and maybe a pass on 3rd if they don't get it.
Here's 2nd down and 4. Sam Perry looking to the end zone for Antonio Bearden, incomplete. Good coverage right there for Morfise. And it's 3rd down.
You know, Tim, that's another one of those plays where I would have really liked him to progress past Bearden. I understand that's your best receiver and maybe even the best player on the offense, but look at and let the play develop. He had a clean pocket, but he lets it fly early and puts the team in a somewhat dangerous situation here, throwing the ball away like that, almost an interception in double coverage.
Third down. Incomplete, now it's 4th. So, Jay, we saw what happened last time. Rams got to 4th down right at this part of the field, almost identical, down in distance. Let's see if they can reverse course here and convert.
Yeah, we've got 4th and 4 here, and we've seen 2 errant passes from Perry. I'd expect a 3rd pass here. Let's hope he can get it on target and do a read farther down the progression table, because they are doubling Bearden.
Here's Perry looking over the middle. It's complete to Givens. 1st down and more. Jaden Givens dragging bodies to the goal line. He's down at about the half-yard line. 1st and goal to go. So that's the 4th down conversion we were looking for. And now the Rams, for the first time today, are inside the 10-yard line for a goal to go.
Man, and Tim Giddens is just so strong. Such a strong player at the receiver position, able to carry multiple Townies on his back on the way to the goal line, and almost brought it over as well. If he got maybe 1 or 2 more steps, that would have been a Ram touchdown.
That's his 4th catch today, and after that, he's over 90 yards here in the first half off of 4 catches. He had that 57-yarder on the last drive. Gets a good chunk right there. 1st and goal. Handoff. And I don't know if he got there. Givens is spun down short of the goal line. No gain. 2nd and goal now. Great goal line stop.
I think the entire stadium knew they were handing that ball off to Gibbons there. I mean, look at the way that the defensive front is going to line up here again for the Townies, Tim. They're going to bring the big personnel. They're going to commit to an inside run, because that's been what the Rams have been doing in short down and distance. We'll see if the Rams bounce it outside, but right now it's been down the middle every run play.
Here it is, 2nd and goal. Oh my goodness, what a hit, a highlight hit. And we don't have number 11's name on our roster, but oh my goodness, he just destroyed Givens right there. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
another. Make a statement on Thanksgiving Day, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, another run commit there, Tim. What a great play by the Townies defense, and almost forcing Perry to now take this game into his own hands here. We'll see if he can find an option that's wide open here, and hope he can hit his target.
Yeah, and just like that, we're down to just over a minute to go here in this first half. 3rd and goal from the 6. 3 receivers split out left. Perry fires over the middle. Givens makes the catch, but he is stopped short of the goal line. First man there on the tackle was Joel Rivera. And now it is 4th down again. Down back at the 1. So 5th catch for Givens. He picks up 5, and it wasn't enough. Now here's 4th down. Where's this ball going to be at, actually?
I believe the 2. Gibbons has had 4 consecutive touches. We'll see if they give it to him again. I wouldn't be surprised the way that this drive has gone for him.
There's 20 seconds left here in the first half. I think they're just trying to make it so this is the last play of the half.
Looks like it, Tim.
They might call it a timeout, too, because they do have 2 timeouts left. And where's the timeout? They call it with...
Wow.
They call it?
1 second left.
With 1 second, and Coach Copen, I think, is going to bring out the kicking unit with Quincy Marino. So 3 plays inside the 5-yard line. Nothing. Can't get it done.
Yeah, you know, they couldn't capitalize there. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised, because this is often regarded as one of the best offensive teams in the state. And the way that they have faltered on the late downs on the short distance has been surprising, to say the least. And to say the most, a little bit disappointing, because you look at the guys they're trusting and the guys they should be trusting, we're not seeing the plays that we need out of those guys when we need them. and I say we as people in the booth, but the fans, the coaching staff. They're putting trust in the quarterback, the running back, and they're not getting the plays done on the crunch time distances.
So they are going to keep the offense out. Perry gives. Coogan spun out of one, and then he lost the ball. He allowed it back to Perry, and it never had a chance. What a goal line stand from East Providence, and that wraps up the first half. Disaster for LaSalle. Called the timeout, thought about it, and that play never had a chance.
Yeah, Tim, the Rams just really look flustered right now. They need to come out of this halftime break shooting out of a cannon. It's the only way they're going to stay into this one. Obviously, it's only a one-score game, but the way they've played it really should be a less tight game right now.
It should be. I mean, 6-0 game. It's still close. Sure is. That's the first half. East Providence 6, LaSalle 0 after the game's first 24 minutes. And Jay, you got any other takeaways from this first half?
Man, I mean, I think in general, Tim, the first takeaway is obviously the read progression issue that we've seen from Perry right now. As spectacular as a player he is and as talented as I know that he can be, I really want to see more from him when it comes to the passing game. It really looks to me like he's sitting on his first read too often, and the Townies keep guessing it. On top of that, for the Rams, the run game has been fine. I would like to see a little bit of diversity in the plays that they call, but the run game has been good. They need to build off of that, and I think they can in the second half. For the Townies, man, their offense has been great. The run game has been spectacular. I want to see more out of Duarte in the passing game as well. He looks great under center. He looks really comfortable under center and is living there right now. But I want to see them set up the pass a little more with the run like they have. Run a little bit more play action, and we'll see how it keeps going. Defensively, I need more run commits. I need more from the defense, because a great drive there, they need to continue to build on that for the rest of this game in order to win this one. And they really can, the way they've played right now.
They sure can, Jay. I want to give a quick shout out to Jaden Jones. That's number 11. Got the official roster on RIIL. He made 2 tackles for loss there on that goal line stand. It was all him that kept this a 6-0 game. But we're going to keep the camera here. We're going to mute our mics. And we will see you guys on the other side for the second half here on Thanksgiving Day. All right, we are back here, half number 2. What a great halftime show we got here at LaSalle Academy. 6-0 East Providence lead at the break. They will resume with the football here in the second half. We had in the first, since Rodriguez, who's taking a touchback. On that kickoff, Tim Duffy, Jay Costa bringing you back in here live. And Jay, it was a first half that was a little bit sloppy for both teams. East Providence got in the end zone on a long drive, but LaSalle, interception down in the red zone, and then the next drive, turnover on downs, and then after that gets stuffed at the goal line again on 4th down. I mean, this has just been 3 solid drives in a row for the Rams that have amounted to nothing.
Yeah, it really comes down to discipline, Tim. You look at the discipline in the red zone, it's just not there right now. They need to calm down in the red zone and find themselves and find the end zone in turn.
Just looking for anything. East Providence slamming the door shut at the goal line at the end of the first half. Here's the handoff. No, it's a little triple option here. Rodriguez got by one defender, then Coogan helps bring him down after a gain of about 4 on the pitch. That time.
That was an interesting play there, Tim. Duarte bobbled it on the exchange with the running back initially and then pitched it back. Looked like he wanted to take off with it, but he couldn't fully get a grasp of it in his hands before running, so he pitched it off to his safety valve.
Sure did. Good triple option there. First time we've seen, I think, Duarte pitch it on the triple option today. He's kept it a couple of times.
Yeah, he's either handing it or he's keeping it.
Here's 2nd down and 6. Play action for Duarte. Fires downfield. Intercepted. Antonio Bearden looking for a block. Gets one. Down the sideline. Bearden is inside the 10. First and goal for LaSalle. Went sky high to make that play. And they mark him down at about the 8. Now LaSalle back here in the red zone again.
Yeah, Tim, that's the exact big play that they need to ignite the fire under them. A spectacular play for this LaSalle Rams team. And Bearden, just a big player. He's going to be a stud at the next level after graduation this year. And oh my goodness, in the red zone, a long kick return, an interception, a huge reception in the first half. Just a great game for the kid.
Great game. Split backfield here on 1st and goal. From the 9, Perry gives it up the middle. And Diaz, who we saw on the opening drive getting some touches, actually loses a yard there, I believe, yeah. Brings it back to the 10. Here's 2nd and goal from the 10. De Luis, the motion man. Perry throws it. It is caught, and then it's a huge loss. Givens on the screen. He couldn't get by the quarterback, Duarte. 5-yard tackle for loss, and it's 3rd and a long goal from the 15-yard line.
Wow.
East Providence has had this team's number all morning.
Yeah, Tim, I mean, that was just predictable. We've seen it all game. They bring a man in motion. It's either a screen pass or it's a handoff. There he takes the option on the screen in the RPO, and it's blown up right away by the cornerback / safety Duarte.
Brought him down immediately. Here's 3rd and goal from the 15. 4 receivers out wide. Perry rolls out to his left. He's going to take off. Sam Perry is inside the 5. He gets pushed out at about the 2. So that's his first carry today. Made the most out of it right there. And a much more manageable 4th and goal now from the 2. And you think LaSalle's going to go for it again? I think so.
I hope so. I think when you look at that play, it was a broken play. Perry's first option wasn't open. For the first time all game, he looked past that first option to his second. He wasn't open. Takes off with his legs and a huge gain there for the 4th down.
Here's 4th and goal from the 2. Give it to Diaz. Touchdown. LaSalle finally on the board. That was Wilson, excuse me. Aiden Wilson, the freshman, with the touchdown. And LaSalle is on the board finally. After about 27 minutes of play, it's Wilson who opens the scoring here for LaSalle.
What a great play by Wilson. And Tim, that's his first of many for his long high school career that he's going to have. Just a freshman, and what a great play by him.
Reno's extra point, end over end, is good, and the Rams lead for the first time today. But yeah, we haven't seen Wilson really get any playing time this season. Gets some very meaningful playing time there, and maybe the future at the position here for this Rams team in the next few years.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that a lot in the second half, especially now that they've got the lead. I fully expect the Rams to, even once they establish maybe a little bit of a greater lead, to start to lean on these young guys and see what they have in their future.
Sure too, you got a little bit of a crowded backfield here at LaSalle. Blaze Coogan, the only running back who gets carries, graduating this year. So Wilson will have to compete with snaps with, Johnny Costa, Angelo Gomez. They're both sophomores. Colin Howarth, another junior who is getting a lot of carries at the end of the year too. Here's the return. It's Rodriguez with a big lane out of the 40. Brought down by the kicker Marino at the 40. But Rodriguez answering back with a big kick return. Got an injured Towney on the field at about the 25-yard line. You hate to see it.
Yeah, it's tough there, Tim, and out of respect for him and the injury, we'll keep him off frame, but. On a play like that, and that's why college is looking into changing the kickoff rules. Why the NFL changed their kickoff rules, because it's such a high injury play, Tim, and it's a really high percentage of the injuries in football come on kickoff return plays like that.
It's Jordan Highstand, who we've seen line up in the backfield a lot today for this East Providence offense. Very valued player on this team.
Yeah, he really is an important part of the identity of this football team, Tim, and Highstand and Rodriguez and Duarte, that hard-nosed running ability from those three, and their identity transcends a lot of the rest of the league, I'd say. Even it's a very rushing identity is a big part of that, so to see him go out is tough for the Townies team.
Able to come off the field though, and that first down play is a loss of about 6 for Duarte.
Tim, it looked there like the guy coming off the edge caught Duarte's face mask. The official, who obviously has a better look, says otherwise, but to me it looked like running by, he gripped onto the face mask a bit, let go immediately. So surprised there wasn't a call, but obviously it's not up to you and I, Tim.
It's definitely not up to you or I, my man. But I'm thankful we're doing this instead of that.
No doubt.
On the field referee, that's a tough job to have.
Yeah.
Especially with some of the eggs that are thrown at them, some tomatoes too. Here's 2nd and 16. end around. They give it to Brady Platt, his first carry today. And he's talking some smack after the play and gets called for a flag. He got brought down by Welsh and then was running his mouth a little bit afterwards. Senior on senior action there. I think it actually might have been Coogan he was talking to. I think it was Welsh. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against East Providence. It was a clean play from Welsh, and then Platt took exception to the tackle, it looked like.
You know, that's just disappointing. I mean, he's a senior. He's supposed to be an example for the younger guys in this roster. He's supposed to be a leader. You can't run your mouth like that and draw a penalty. You're down by a point. This is a big rivalry game. I get it, but you've got to keep a cool head in a situation like this. If every guy on the roster was, running their mouth to their opponent, it wouldn't be there wouldn't be any integrity into the game, and you've got to have that integrity when you're on the field. Yes, your rival's on the field, but you've got to be respectful to your opponents.
Sure do, James. So it was already a loss of about 10 on the play. They push it back even more to the 20. So it's second down. Actually, it's third down. It's a loss of down too. Third down and 30 now. Duarte, here comes the rush. Under pressure, over the middle, got tipped and picked off. Intercepted down the sideline and into the end zone. Colby Downing, is he in? Yes! Touchdown! LaSalle. Pick 6 for Colby Downing. How hype is that? 35-yard pick 6, just about around there.
Yeah, Tim, if it couldn't get worse for the Townies, they just went and did that, threw it away. Obviously, it had to have been a Hail Mary play there, 3rd and 30. But the pressure on Duarte forces him to make a mistake. And really, the biggest mistake we've seen of the game from him, just an errant pass right into the hands of the number 1, and a great play by him, brings it all the way back. Spectacular play calling by that LaSalle defense to bring the pressure on and force a mistake out of Duarte.
The pressure came right off the edge. Duarte just felt like he had to get rid of it right there. It did. And was better off taking the sack.
And especially, Tim, But Tim, you look at a run-heavy league like the Interscholastic League, a lot of these quarterbacks in Rhode Island are not very poised under pressure yet. They don't get a lot of pressure. They hand off the ball, or they take it themselves and they tuck it and run. So when you put pressure on a guy like Duarte, who's very familiar handing the ball off or running it himself, he's not going to know what exactly to do. And we saw it right there. Throws it away for the interception for a touchdown.
So here comes the Rams kicking it back off. Slow start to the third quarter. From the 4-yard line, Rodriguez gets down to 26. That's where EP will take over. Still a one-score game, though. This game definitely far from over, but you have the touchdown from LaSalle and the pick 6. 2 interceptions thrown by Duarte here in the quarter. He hasn't thrown it that much at all today. I don't even think he has a completion, but he's got 2 picks on 3rd and longs. Not a great game through the air, so let's see if the Townies want to keep it on the ground. That was their bread and butter that they were pretty successful with earlier. Platt, the motion man. They're going to toss it to him left side, and Brady Platt gets a good run down the sideline. Platt with a first down. Coogan brings him down at about the 40. That stops the clock. He picks up 13.
Yeah, Tim, that's going to be important for the Townies, is to get back to their bread and butter. They are a running football team. They've been a running football program all season. You can't rely entirely, as much as I want to see them trust Duarte a bit more, we've seen what happens when you put a little too much faith in Duarte. Great player, I'm sure he's a great kid, but right now he's not throwing it the way that the Townies coaching staff would want it. They need to keep with their bread and butter, handing it off, pitching it, keeping it with the quarterback, triple option. That's what's going to win them this game and bring them back into it, is going back to what they were doing all first half.
Now they go in the I formation here on first down, right up the gut. It is Highstand, who's back in the game. We saw him shaking up on the kick return earlier. Comes back in and is able to pick up a couple on the first down run. That was scary earlier. We thought he, may have had a pretty bad Thanksgiving injury. And you hate to see anyone get injured, but especially on Thanksgiving. But he picks up 3 on the first down.
Yeah, he was down holding his knee. Especially as a running back, never a good injury to have when it's with your knee. And like you said, on Thanksgiving, you really don't want that. Spending that Thanksgiving in the hospital, not a fun thing to do.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Have you done that, Jay?
Never, thank God. But I know a couple people who have from high school who played football for Portsmouth.
Here's the handoff upfield. No, it's a triple option again. It's a fumble on the play, though. But Rodriguez able to cover up the football. And that could have been the 3rd turnover of the quarter for East Providence. That close.
It's been a tough quarter, Tim, for the
Sure
Townies.
has. It's been tough. It has been tough.
It looks like they're seeing ghosts right now. I don't know where this came from. They looked so poised and so confident going into the halftime break. And you have to wonder if maybe it's a little bit of complacency here, the way that they're playing, and they were a little too satisfied with their 6-point lead going into the half and the way LaSalle was playing initially. And now they're facing some adversity, and they haven't been able to overcome that since then.
Here's 3rd and 9 now. Fake it. Duarte's going to keep it himself, lowers the shoulder, and gets about 5 on the play. So it's going to set up 4th down again. And from this part of the field, down 8, I think you got to go for it. They've punted a couple of times on these 4th and shorts. They had one similar to this earlier where they punted on a 4th and 3 from around this part of the field, a little bit back. But down 8, I think on Thanksgiving Day, you go for this, and it looks like that is exactly not what they're going to do. Yeah, they're going to punt it.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, you see Duarte coming out there. He's the punter, too, as well as the quarterback.
Yeah, you never really know, Tim. You never really know what they're going to do. Obviously, he is the quarterback. They could fake it, but I doubt they will right now, and we'll see him just boot it away.
Steps into it. It goes right out of bounds, and that was not a great punt from Duarte. It goes out around the 35-yard line. And, I mean, I would be one thing, right, if Duarte had a boot. He doesn't have a boot, though. He doesn't have a great leg to where you're gonna feel confident about pinning them. Like case in point, right there.
Yeah, I've been a big advocate for this. Obviously, I really think what the coaches should start doing is go into the soccer team. Look for one of those guys who has a leg, doesn't get a lot of playing time, maybe a goalkeeper who can catch the football on a long snap.
And you used to be a goalkeeper.
I
so you're
did.
speaking from experience.
And I'm speaking from experience. I can punt a football farther than that. I know that for a fact. And yes, I'm 4 years older than him, maybe.
But action for Perry, going deep for Donald Young. It's caught. Young inside the 20. Can they bring him down? And Rodriguez does at the 8. 54 yards for Donald Young.
Wow.
They take the top off the defense once again.
And Tim, that's
what are you saying?
That's that active arm I was talking about from Perry. He's the kind of guy that can bring you back into the game. He had some struggles earlier, back-to-back plays that were picked off, one of them obviously disallowed. Here we are now, and he's letting it fly again. A great read, didn't even need to progress past his first read, and lets it fly to Young. Young, a great play by him with the rack, the run after contact, almost 15 yards after contact there. Just spectacular play by that young man.
Spectacular play indeed. It goes for 54. That's the longest completion, at least that I've seen this season at home, between Sam Perry and Donald Young. To take advantage of that 12-yard punt, 11-yard punt actually, from Duarte. And now, one play later, they are already back in a goal-to-go situation.
Yeah, Tim, you bring it back to the punt, like it's that same situation. You need a guy you can really boot it down the field and a guy you can rely on. And I think that it's an overlooked position by a lot of these high school coaches. They don't think about it, but when it comes down to a situation like this, it's super necessary, and we just saw why.
First and goal. Here's the screen. Givens has some blockers. Givens, can he get outside? He can't. Rodriguez with a great tackle, and Duarte helping out too. And gets it down to about the 1 or 2. One official is at the 1, the other one's at about the 4. Yeah, second and goal from the 4.
And if the Rams score here, Tim, I think we're going to start seeing the Townies go more and more on fourth down as they try and climb back into this.
I mean, they should have went for it that last time, but decided not to. Here's second and goal. They motion Welsh. Perry looks that way. Pump fake. Steps up. Sam Perry trying to get to the goal line, and he is down inside the 1. About a foot away from the white line, the goal line, and he sets up a third and goal from about an inch away.
You know what, Tim? I'm proud of Perry there. He didn't throw it away. He didn't force it into his first read. And I saw him the way he looked. He looked at his first guy, not open. Looked at his second guy, not open. Looked at his third guy, which is the first time he's done that all game, not open. Tucks it, runs it, gets a good gain here to set up a third down and short.
Third and goal, low snap for Perry. Gonna keep it himself, and he gets brought down by Rodriguez. How good is Isaac Rodriguez tackling? That's his third tackle on this goal-to-go sequence right here. And now it is fourth down again. And they're gonna set out the field goal unit.
Yeah, Rod,
for a 21-yard attempt.
Tim, Rodriguez really is a game breaker, and we saw it there. Forcing this attempt really keeps the Townies more in this than you would think. It's a 2-score game now, but I think a touchdown would really put this out of reach the way that they've played in the second half.
2-score game if Marino hits this, and Quincy Marino's kick is good. 17-6. The Rams lead it by 2 possessions now. That's exactly what they were trying to do, kicking the field goal there. And Marino capitalizes. One of the more steady and reliable kickers in Rhode Island. Able to knock one through there to extend the Rams' lead to 11. 17 unanswered points here in the third quarter for LaSalle. This quarter has been all LaSalle up to this point.
Yeah, they've looked really spectacular, and it really comes down to the complementary football they're playing right now, Tim. They are all working together cohesively. The offense is finally humming. The running game is going. The passing game looks absolutely amazing right now. Sam has absolutely killed it, Sam Perry, as a passer right now. His read progression has improved since the first half. His rushing ability and his ability to tuck it and run it has looked great. Just the vision of the field has looked great, and the defense is holding strong and really bottlenecking this Townies offense that we're going to see come out here again.
This defense, they've been clamps all day, but especially in this third quarter. And that is going to be a touchback here. Rodriguez unable to return it. 2:44 left here in the third quarter. And Jay, another Thanksgiving question. I mean, we got 3 NFL games today. Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, and then Bengals, Ravens. Who do you got in all 3 of those games?
Look, let's start with Chiefs, Cowboys. It's the easiest one. And this is not biased. I'm a New York Giants fan. But even with how bad the Kansas City Chiefs have looked this year, I can't bet against them. I can't pick against them. I think that that's the Chiefs' game to lose. I just don't like the Cowboys' defense enough to think that the Chiefs can't win that, even with their lackluster running back room.
Duarte, huge first down run to about the 37. I got the Cowboys win now. I know that the Chiefs are the hot pick. Everybody will be all over them. I love Dallas in this game. It's going to be a shootout, too, I think.
It'll be a great game.
Give me Dallas. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. And give me the Detroit Lions in the early window. About an hour and a half from now, Detroit and Green Bay.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think it's that's Detroit's game there for the early window. I mean, you really look at it, the one big glaring thing with the offense is they don't know how to use Jamison Williams. He's on my fantasy team, so that bothers me a little bit.
He's
but
a boomer bust guy. You shouldn't have drafted him.
Other than that, I mean, just the offense hums.
End around for Rodriguez. Breaks a tackle. Isaac Rodriguez still going as he broke another. Cuts inside. Fighting for extra yardage and gets a first down. Right at the sticks. Deserved every inch of that.
You wanna talk about a good run game and a good offense. Look at the way the Townies have run Rodriguez, Tim. All season he's done things like that. Just an absolute bruiser. And one of the better running backs after contact in the RIL.
And they've ran it very effectively on this drive. 2 carries, 28 yards. Duarte and Rodriguez, they've already pushed it to the 48. Platt in motion. They're going to toss it to him. Going left side, Brady Platt looking for a block. Got it and is very close to the first down again. I think he is about 3 yards shy. Stops the clock with 1:13. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they decide to do here. I'd expect them to bring it on the inside here, short down in distance. Obviously, they're going to run their triple option, which they've run most of the game. We'll see what they decide to do here, but I'd expect down the middle from the running back.
Handoff. No, they're going to pitch it to Rodriguez. Wow. He made a man miss. Still going. Isaac Rodriguez with another first down carry down to the 33. Good for a dozen more. And now we are inside the last minute of this third quarter.
You know, Tim, that play call right there is exactly why I'm in the booth and not sitting on the sideline with a clipboard. Great drawn-up play by the Townies.
I don't think I would have ever drew that up. I'm not a big triple option guy, but it's been working pretty good for the Townies with the exception of a couple plays that were blown up. But here's 1st and 10. I formation should dive up the middle for Platt, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage there for no gain, and that is going to end the third quarter in all likelihood. They don't have to snap it in the next 20 seconds, and I don't think they will.
You know, Tim, I'm not really a big triple option guy either. I see the benefits of it. I think that Rhode Island football as a whole is in a very archaic state right now. When you look at the way that coaches call plays and the way that schools run their offenses, it's stuck in an era. Maybe I'd say I'd liken more to the 60s and 50s.
You haven't watched LaSalle all year then, bud.
I haven't.
They've been slinging it this season.
But you look at the state of most of Rhode Island football.
Yeah, that's just high school football as a whole, though, in Rhode Island. Not everywhere, but in Rhode Island, you know, it's always kind of been like that. More teams are airing it out nowadays, I feel like, than even just a few years ago. But
yeah,
you know, some of these teams are just run only, like run only. Like Central a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a quarterback half the season, and they would just run teams into the ground.
Yeah, I remember growing up in Portsmouth. We had Benny Hurd for a couple years as our quarterback, but even he really wasn't throwing the ball. Once he graduated my senior year when I was coming up, it was triple option the whole way through. We really didn't have a quarterback. We ran a running back at quarterback, and then we got a freshman in there who was really a redshirt sophomore if you think about it, because he reclassed. But the way that the offense is run is it's triple option, triple option, triple option. That's all it was when I was in high school. Even LaSalle wasn't throwing the ball. So to come in this year and LaSalle's one of the only teams that really does it is still very interesting
Here's
to me.
the first play of the quarter. Got back to it quick on the 2nd down and 10. That's a huge gain for Duarte, signaling first down. Picks up about 16 right there, and it's a fresh set of downs here for East Providence. Good run there from Duarte, and he is now, that's his 2nd long carry of the drive, 34 rushing yards for him just on this drive. As the Townies looking to make it a 1-score game again. They haven't scored since the first quarter. Rams scored all 17 in the 3rd. Townies knocking on the door. Duarte, handoff. The pitch to Rodriguez. Right side, Rodriguez. Makes it 1st and goal. Down to the 4, and it stops the clock there for the first time in the quarter, but this is what we were talking about, Jay. They gotta get back to their bread and butter, running the ball. You know, running it right at LaSalle, getting outside, and they have pushed it all the way down to the 4-yard line just by doing that.
Yeah, you know, that's the simplicity of it sometimes, and as much as I can talk about how I hate the triple option and how I hate run-first offenses, it works. It's why it works. We see it all the way up, and with the evolution of 2 high safeties, we see a lot of teams running it in the higher levels as well. And so that's what we're seeing a lot right now, and it works, and we're seeing why it works. As boring as sometimes it might be, it's what's going to win the game.
Here's 1st and goal. Duarte will keep it, and he drops to the ground. He fell. He lost his balance there. And he may have picked up a yard in the process.
Yeah,
off the field for LaSalle. That play is Jaden Nebot, Jr. And give Duarte a yard right there. 2nd and goal now.
Looked as if Duarte slipped on that last play.
Definitely did.
Not always the most ideal situation, falling head first down right into your line, but you know, obviously, luckily he's okay. You could get some dangerous situations with concussions. A guy we see a lot, Jackson Dart just had a couple, just had his concussion, falling, getting hit, because it's what happens when you're not really careful when you're heading to the ground. So you got to be careful.
Right there just slipped though, but I think he was going to pitch it to Rodriguez.
I think so, yeah.
Who had a good lane, but timeout call on the field. I think LaSalle took the timeout. They didn't point which way it was, but I'm pretty sure it was LaSalle.
Yeah. That's been
taking their first time out of the half.
That pitch play, though, Tim, is we saw in the first half they weren't really pitching it. And a lot of the first half they were trying to establish the inside zone and the quarterback draw. We're seeing now that the pitch play is what's working for them the most. I would not be surprised if they go back to it here for this play.
Let's see, a lot on the line here on 2nd down and goal. Just looking for points is East Providence. False start. Oh, man. High stand, jumping early. That's going to push this thing back to the 8-yard line. You can't have it right there. You just can't.
Yeah, that's really a discipline error there. You gotta be patient. You gotta wait for your quarterback, and especially you don't see that often from a running back. High stand was in the backfield for that. You don't really see that often. Usually it's a guy on the line with the false start. So it's an interesting play to see there, and the penalty get called for that.
They haven't had a lot of penalties today, either team. Here's 2nd and goal from the 8. Handoff, right side, Rodriguez gets the hole and gets to the touchdown. Isaac Rodriguez gives East Providence some life, and they're able to cut it down to a 5-point game. Run the stretch play right there, making it a 17-12 game. What a drive from East Providence.
Yeah,
Now they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game.
I was just about to say it almost has to be a 2-point conversion here. And what a great farewell game for Rodriguez that he's had. Just absolutely spectacular and putting a good cap on this season. And the way this is shaping out, it's going to be an exhilarating 10 minutes to end this one.
Sure will be. Here's the 2-point try in the I formation. Play action here for Duarte, gonna keep it himself. Got the angle and he's got 2. Gets across the goal line and makes it a 17-14 game.
That was a beautifully designed bootleg play, Tim. He was never giving that ball up. He took that, faked the handoff well, and took the corner, took the edge instantly. And with his speed and athleticism, got into the corner of the end zone, beat his man. Just a well-drawn play, well executed by a spectacular rushing quarterback.
Sure is, and now LaSalle, 10-15 left here in this one. They're gonna wanna try to kill some clock, you'd imagine.
You know, Tim, while we're waiting for this kickoff, I will call it back to the NFL question you had because I never got to fully answer it. And I know, you know, I might take the Bengals in that game against the Ravens.
No, they're not winning that, dude.
If Joe Burrow's still questionable, he's a game-time decision.
He's playing.
Is he?
He's gotta play.
If he plays, I think they can win that game.
I hope he does, man. It's some good football right there.
For sure, I think Bengals fans really need that right now.
I don't think they have any fans.
Very little.
Just kidding. Here's the kickoff from Duarte. Oh, it's gonna hit off the fingertips of Benjamin Saddle, and they're gonna say touchback. I thought that he would have had to return that, and the official says that he didn't touch it.
Yeah, he definitely muffed that, Tim. That should have been a forced return there for him. I'm not really sure what the decision on that play call was, but obviously, once again, the ref has the final say.
He sure does, and he was standing right there. He's down there, we're up here, so. 1st and 10 from the 20 for LaSalle. Handoff up the middle, getting outside is Wilson, and Wilson, the freshman, who scored the opening touchdown for LaSalle, gets down to the 33 for a first down. Big time run.
This freshman can see the field, Tim. What a great read by him to cut inside. Wasn't even looking in that direction. He knew the offense was going to open up that way. A head fake left and a cut to the right. Gets over the middle and gets some open space for that big gain.
Here's first down and 10. Fresh set of downs. Play action for Perry. Under pressure, got hit from behind, and it's picked off. Second pick for Perry. Duarte with the interception. The pressure coming off the edge. And LaSalle gets turned over. The takeaway from EP. And the pressure came from Isaiah Brown. And Perry didn't have a chance to get that on target.
Yeah, the quarterback threw that right to the other quarterback there. And an interception for Duarte there. Great play by him to be there at the right time. This is the momentum swing the Townies need, and they can really take the game into their own hands here with some efficient clock management and some good play here by this offense. They can take this lead.
They sure can. they can replicate the drive they just had, give them a chance. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff, left side. And Platt only gets a yard on 1st down. So now if you're East Providence, they're going to try to have a nice sustained drive right here as well. Trying to kill some clock, take the lead.
Yeah, I think that the best thing they can do here with the short field is kill this clock and wind it down as much as they can while efficiently progressing the ball. The less time LaSalle has, the more mistakes that Perry can make and the more that East Providence can capitalize on it and maybe win the game or ice it with an interception if they score a touchdown on this drive. And that's a big if.
Here's 2nd down and 9. I thought a lineman jumped, no call. Here's the triple option again. Rodriguez gets by one defender. As they read it pretty well that time, but the quick Rodriguez still able to make a positive gain out of it. He picks up 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. Only got a yard, so 3rd and 8 actually.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, Tim, what direction the Townies take with the play calling here. They could run a bootleg, they could run the triple option again, they could put it in the hands or the arm of Duarte and let him throw it. There's a lot of options here on 3rd and long.
We saw him throw 2 picks earlier. Both of them were on 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 8, play action. Duarte looking to throw and does. This one is too low, incomplete. Had Rodriguez open, but he just missed him.
And
let's see what the play call here is on 4th down. They need the 23. And we saw them punt questionably last time. Now you're at the LaSalle 31-yard line. There's no decision here. You're going for it. Down 3 in the 4th quarter.
you really have to, especially on Thanksgiving. Let's give the monstrous amount of supporters that have come out to watch your football team play, let's give them some fireworks here in the 4th quarter and make something happen.
4th and 7. Give it to Rodriguez. Double pass, it looks like. He'll keep it himself, though. Breaks the tackle, throws it. Is that a lateral? They haven't blown the whistle dead yet. Duarte stiff arms the man. Still on his feet. Duarte has a first down, and this is a live play. And he gets to the 15. How in the world?
That might have been the single greatest play in the history of this network. A miracle here in Providence.
He needed 8. He picks up 16. That is crazy. I gotta look at the replay there. I don't know if that was a lateral. I mean, that is unfathomable. East Providence takes a timeout too. We need a break after that one. I just watched the replay, and yeah, I think that's clean.
Wow.
That was a lot. That's such a heads-up play, though, from Rodriguez, clinging onto that football and keeping his knee off the turf for the life of him. Gets the job done.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
If East Providence wins this game, I want to coin this term now. And that's going to be called the Renaissance City Miracle. Providence, obviously known as the Renaissance City, according to Google, my quick Google research.
Was that just right now?
Yes, I did that right now.
Providence nicknames?
If East Providence wins this game, this will forever be known on Sports Nation FO as the Renaissance City Miracle. Name it, bookmark it right here.
I think a miracle has to be towards the end of the game. There might be too much time left to give it a nickname.
No, it's okay.
I think it might be valid.
It's valid. It's already towards the end of the game. We'll see. They got to win first.
1st and 10. And another timeout is called. This time by East Providence. That's their second timeout. Didn't they just use one right now, actually? They just used back-to-back timeouts, or
I
did
think
LaSalle call the
so.
last one?
I think
You can't call
LaSalle
back-to-back.
I think
so.
LaSalle called the last one, and this is East Providence's.
So if I'm correct, that leaves both teams with one timeout left. So a lot of time, 7:28 on the clock.
Man, I still can't get over that last play, Tim.
I can't either.
I'm in awe.
I mean, I don't know how Duarte didn't go down way shy of the first time. He was getting contact the 28-yard line, which was 5 yards away from the marker, and he just kept going for 13 more yards.
Yeah.
He's dragging defenders, stiff-arming.
He dragged a man all the way down, and just a great play. It looks like they're making a change at quarterback, I believe. I don't see Duarte out there. Yeah,
I
Tim,
don't
they've
see
made
him
the
out
change.
there either. Yeah, so under center is Rodriguez. Good call, Jay. Here's the toss to Platt, and Platt fumbles the ball. Did he get back on it? I think he did. And yes, oh, that's a killer. It's a loss of 5. But Platt lucky to get that football back. And Rodriguez is still going to be under center, it looks like.
Yeah, that's kind of the cost loss you get for putting your best player in at quarterback, is you lose that skill at the running back position, and you've got to hope you can't make a costly mistake like that again. It looks like LaSalle's in press coverage on the wide receiver out there, so maybe a bootleg pass here.
Play action. Rodriguez is going to look to throw. Coming near side, takes off instead, and gets out of bounds at about the 16, close to the original line of scrimmage. And it will set up third down again.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting play call here, Tim. They need some more magic on this third down. And honestly, with 4-down territory, you really just need to make it manageable for your fourth down offense. Yes, it would be great to get the first here, but at least get it close to the sticks.
That's what they want to do. That's what they need to do. Here's third down and a dozen. They need the 5-yard line here. Platt in motion, and Rodriguez gets devoured from behind. He wanted to pitch it out to Platt, but Robert Ray said, get lost. Brings it back to the 20. It's a loss of 3, and it's 4th and 15. And what was once a super promising drive led by the Renaissance City Miracle now looks very bleak. They already have some fourth down magic in them on this possession. Can they recreate it?
It looks like they're leaving number 1, Rodriguez, out wide. I would not be surprised if they launch it over to him.
They're gonna try to kick it for the tie, actually.
Okay.
So we haven't seen them kick at all today on either touchdown. Here is the kick. This is a 36-yard field goal attempt that gets blocked. Tipped at the line of scrimmage by Luca Sisto and blocked. So the game-tying field goal attempt right there from Xavier Rodriguez, the freshman. Wow. Who is presumably the backup kicker too. With Duarte doing all the kicking duties today. Gets it blocked, and that is a LaSalle takeover on downs.
Wow. I can't help. I can't say anything but I'm disappointed, Tim. I
That
can't.
was probably their best bet, though. But that's a long kick for
Yeah.
a freshman kicker.
It's tough. I mean, I don't know if I would have done that with knowing I've got a freshman kicking the ball.
It's a 36-yard field goal attempt. 1st and 10 for LaSalle. Perry and the Rams offense trying to close it. Oh my goodness, and Coogan lost his footing there and lost 3 on the play.
Yeah, those miscues are going to be the only thing that might be able to save the Townies right now. Another miscue and then a stop, and if the Townies can get it in plus territory, they can still win this one. And they're going to need some heroics from their offense to do it.
2nd down 13. They need the 30. They'll run it again with Blaze Coogan. Coogan lowers his shoulder, sits a defender down. He's able to get the 25. Good for a gain of about 9 on the play.
Coogan just introduced that defender to his friend, the ground.
Yeah, that was high stand that he just ran over right there. We've seen him on the ground a few times today. He gets a rude introduction right there. Here's 3rd down and 5, though. First, I want to put LaSalle in great position to close this thing out. Welsh in motion. Perry looking, steps up. He'll take off. Perry is about a yard short of the 1st down. And they're going to punt on 4th and 1.
Yeah, the safe bet here is to punt, Tim. Give it back to the Townies, and an offense that just faltered, obviously pulling their quarterback late in this one. Trust your defense. And that's what the Rams are going to do here. And that's what they need to do late in this game.
So they're going to let this play clock roll down a little bit as well. We'll give East Providence with as little time as possible to work with. And they're going to take the 5 yards too for delay of game, maybe, or they call a timeout. LaSalle took a timeout. I believe that's their last.
It is.
3:16 left here on this Thanksgiving Day game.
So, the dilemma now here, Tim. I believe the Townies are left with 1 timeout. They've got 3 minutes to get down there, plus they've got the 2-minute warning. The question is can they get down the field? And obviously, a high school punter is not going to boot it down to the 10. They're going to get decent field position out of this, but it's a matter of whether or not they can capitalize on it. And if they do score, how much time do they leave LaSalle? And what is LaSalle going to do with no timeouts if they do score? So a lot of questions here late in this one. And obviously we need to see how it's going to play out. But I'd like to say I've got faith in the LaSalle Rams defense here, the way that they've played in the second half.
The way that they've played has been remarkable. 2 takeaways. They're actually going to go for it. 4th and a yard. Offense is back out there. Ooh, they're just going to try to draw him offside.
Yeah, I think the hard count is all they're going to do.
They'll take the 5 yards.
Yep.
Another timeout. They call it back-to-back timeouts. Like, can you do that in high school football? We've seen that like twice now.
I thought they were out.
That's definitely their last timeout.
Okay. I thought the Townies were used the. Okay, I understand now. That's very interesting though, Tim. And obviously they didn't get him with the hard count, but now clock management becomes that much harder.
So now Marino punting on 4th and 1. Good snap. Here's the kick, and takes the roll down to the 42-yard line. With 3:06 left. So that is how much time the Townies will have and a chance for a game-winning drive.
Yeah, the Townies really have a great opportunity here. Look at where they are on the field. Starting on the 50 is a gift, and they should thank their lucky stars that they've got it here.
Are they saying Rams ball is a flag on the field? A couple of Rams were indicating that it was their ball. I don't think any Townie touched that.
Oh, no.
Definitely not.
I don't think there was a Townie close. We had the offensive coordinator up here screaming, "Get away from the ball, get away from the ball." And there was nobody over there.
Still trying to figure everything out here. A lot of confusion on the field. So the flag is against East Providence.
Interesting.
I think it will be their ball, though, from what it looks like. Another flag. Another flag. Somebody was talking smack to the official, pushes him back 15 more yards. This could have been at the 42-yard line. That's where the punt was downed, and instead it's going to be placed inside their own 20. Unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable, Tim. You took the words right out of my mouth. The discipline with this Townies team has disappeared.
You just can't do it. This is going to put it at around the 13 or 14. It was 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in a row against East Providence. That one, the killer.
Just detrimental.
Marked the ball at the 13-yard line.
2 pair of penalties on the offense. Brings the start of the ball back down to the 13-yard line.
And now, Tim, the Townies have 1 timeout. They've got 3 minutes almost exactly and 95 yards to trek down the field because of those 2 penalties.
Yeah, it could have been, 58 yards away from pay dirt. Now you got to get down there 87 yards 87. And no timeouts either.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Without your starting quarterback to just be the cherry on top. Now you got a coach who's on the field. Zoom in on that.
Yep. He's been out there the whole time. He was jarring with the ref, Tim, and then he went into the huddle. And now obviously leaving. I was very intrigued in what he was doing there.
Here's the toss. It's Platt. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Dragged down by Young and Downing. And now they're still talking some more. But it's no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. And EP has got to move quicker than this, because that clock is still rolling. Platt not get out of bounds.
Yeah, they've already lost almost 30 seconds on the clock here. 30 seconds just elapsed. And it's ticking. And the way that this is going, you've got maybe 4 more plays if you're not throwing the ball, which they need to.
Do they have it in them, though? They're not designed for a drive like this at the current moment. Here's 2nd and 10. We're gonna run it. Right side, looking for a block there. And nothing going for him. That's the same freshman we saw get his field goal blocked, Xavier Rodriguez, on the carry. And now we're under 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're past the 2-minute mark, Tim. The play calling for East Providence in this drive has been baffling. In a situation where you need to go 87 yards down the field, why are you running twice?
They're not designed for it. They don't have the quarterback. I think Thanksgiving Day, I think they're just saying it's a wrap, honestly.
I think so.
84 seconds and counting down. 3rd and 11. Play action here for Rodriguez. Made a man miss. Looking to go anywhere with it. Fires on the move. This one's intercepted.
Wow.
Donald Young with his 2nd pick. And he steps out at about the 33. And with 67 seconds left,
how
Salle
poetic.
again, victory formation.
Tim, the decision making on that final drive, and you said it yourself, they're not built for a passing play. They really aren't. But the decision making on that final drive is what lost this game. And really, you could bring it back even to the drive before that. Yes, I understand Duarte didn't have the greatest game, but benching him in the fourth, he was your best shot, and he's got an active arm. Maybe not a pure passer, but he can get it down the field a little bit better than your running back can throw it. So very interesting, and we'll see. Maybe doesn't even look like they're bringing out victory formation. I think they want more.
I mean, yeah, why not, right? This is the last game of the year. Let's have some fun.
Last game of the year, a rivalry game. Let's rub it in on our rivals.
Hand it off on first down to Christopher Pelagio, the senior, getting a carry in his last game. Love to see it. Gets nothing on the play, but Pelagio gets the carry. Want to give him a touch, and now some other guys you don't really see all too often. The junior, Michael DeRocco, another senior, and Thomas Torpy. Kneel down here from Perry, and that's going to end it. LaSalle wins it on Thanksgiving, 17-14, the final.
Tim,
what a game it was, Jay.
In a farewell game for so many seniors, the Rams hold on. And what a way to do it, the defensive effort in the end. Just spectacular by these Rams. Sam Perry had the game of a lifetime, and he's got another year here.
Yeah,
and he looks poised to win the MVP of this league and the championship next season. They've got a chip on their shoulder this year, and they're coming for the Hawks next season.
They're going to try to avenge their loss from last week, but LaSalle ends the season with a victory in the win column, 17-14, despite the championship loss a week ago. East Providence, a great year for them too, finishing with a final record of 6-5 through 11 games. That's it from us though for the season. LaSalle football. Thank you so much to Vin and everyone in the LaSalle Athletics Department for giving us a chance to call these games one more time all year long. We'll be back next year if we get re-signed. Got a good feeling about it. But from Tim Duffy and Jay Costa, we will see you guys next year for LaSalle Academy High School football. Go Rams.
Happy Thanksgiving.